A new technology involving silver could be here sooner than we thought, and it could send silver prices soaring. Let's discuss what it is and why this is such a big deal as we explore. It is amazing to see how many different things that silver is involved in, and just when you think that something is going to replace it, well, more applications become available. And this one is a doozy. I first reported on this months ago, where there's been an update and a moving up of the schedule as to when it may be released. But you know, one thing is for sure, silver's prices took a little bit of a dip today, and this is an opportunity to buy. My friends at Summit Metals, they have some of the best prices around on silver, some of the best service as well. So check them out at summitmetals.com and see if you can find the right type of silver for your stack. Now, this is a report coming to us from the Silver Academy about the Samsung silver solid-state battery technology. And now, some of those who pay attention and watch this channel regularly, you know that I've covered this topic, one of the first in the community to cover the topic about silver solid-state batteries. But they had a first rollout perceived in about 2027, maybe late 2027. But now there's been an update that I just found here from the Silver Academy. Putting silver in these cars saves the consumer thousands of dollars. Recall the current price of silver by kilogram, approximately $1,071. If this technology doubles the life of the battery, the savings are over 15 times when you add doubling the range and charge time savings. That the deal gets even better. So this is really promising. Samsung has unveiled a breakthrough in electric vehicle battery technology with its new solid-state battery, promising to dramatically reshape the EV landscape. Announced at the SNE Battery Day 2024 in Seoul, South Korea, the battery boasts a range of up to 600 miles on a single charge and can recharge to 80% in just 9 minutes. It's pretty remarkable that it can recharge. It's almost basically just a little bit less convenient than filling your tank up with gas. And so I'd take that. I would almost consider getting a electric vehicle if this is the case. It can recharge 80% in just 9 minutes and is designed to last for 20 years, far outpacing current lithium-ion batteries and key performance metrics. It seems like a no-brainer. And this is the thing that, with those kind of metrics, it's something that is worth pursuing for sure. The core innovation lies in the battery's oxide solid-state architecture, which replaces the flammable liquid electrolyte of the conventional batteries with a solid material. This change not only enhances safety and durability, but also enables a much higher energy density, which is about 500 watts per kilogram. Nearly double the 270 watts per kilo typical of mainstream EV batteries. The result is a lighter, more compact battery that can potentially double the driving range for a given size. Now, you think about this technology and what's there and already what is used with silver with photovoltaics, and people say, well, graphene is going to eventually replace that, and maybe eventually, but we're far off from that. Outside of a recent report that I covered on that technology too, that may be developing faster than expected. But I think we're still a ways away from that occurring. But when you think about it, solid material, solid state, what is more solid than silver? Well, maybe gold in terms of its density and platinum. But nonetheless, this is a promising sign, and this is encouraging to see that this technology is being applied in this way. And that's going to mean more silver. And that already silver's, if there's already not more demand for silver than the supply produced every year, which is about 825 million ounces, well, this will definitely bring it over the edge. Make no mistake, that means only the price can move in one direction. Now, initial production is already underway, with pilot lines operational and early batches delivered to automakers for testing. Feedback from these manufacturers has reportedly been positive. However, due to high production costs, Samsung's solid-state batteries will first appear in super premium EV luxury vehicles capable of 600-mile ranges per charge. Broader adoption will depend on future cost reductions and scaling of manufacturing. But the thing is there's already positive reports that have been coming back from these manufacturers. It sounds like there is real potential here. And I'm telling you, there is enough in the premium market for these things that I think it's going to almost immediately cause an increase in demand that could tip it over the edge if it's not already there in terms of demand for silver in general. Now, Samsung's rapid charging claim, 9 minutes for 80% capacity, aligns with industry practice, as charging rates typically slow beyond 80% to protect battery health. Achieving such speeds will require high-powered charging infrastructure, which remains limited compared to the battery's capabilities. Beyond solid-state technology, Samsung is also working on more affordable lithium iron phosphate and cobalt-free batteries, as well as new manufacturing methods to reduce cost. But the company aims to bring rapid charging batteries to the mass market by 2026. But for now, its solid-state breakthrough positions at the forefront of next-generation EV technology, battery technology innovation. Now, that is an upgrade from where it was before. Sooner, it was 2027 before, although it's unclear as to whether or not it means that silver batteries will be included in that, but my guess is probably it will, at least to some extent. In other words, they're ahead of schedule. And that means that, if this thing works out and is more promising than what they had thought in terms of the schedule is concerned, and it's meeting all of the benchmarks and capabilities, I think we are in for potentially a bull run for silver's price, because demand is going to go through the roof. Samsung's batteries utilize a silver carbon, which is known as AG-C, composite layer for the anode, which is credited with enabling the battery's high energy density, rapid charging, longer lifespan, and improved safety compared to traditional lithium-ion batteries. Estimates suggest that each battery cell may require up to 5 grams of silver, and a typical 100 kilowatt battery pack could use about 1 kilo of silver per vehicle. Boom, 1 kilo. That's this size of this bar for each vehicle. Can you imagine? That is going to be something else. One of these in your vehicle, and you'll be good to go. So anybody who has a kilo there, you can donate it to Samsung to build your battery and save a little bit of money. No, I kind of doubt it's going to be that much of a savings for sure. But nonetheless, that is huge, folks. That's a big demand. Crazy. And so that is pretty remarkable to read about that. And the significant silver content has drawn attention from both the technology and investment communities, as widespread adoption could substantially increase global silver demand. If 20% of global car production, about 60 million vehicles, use these batteries, annual silver demand for EVs alone could reach 16,000 metric tons, potentially impacting silver markets already facing supply constraints. Recall that if battery lasts twice as long, goes twice as far, charges in under 10 minutes, and weighs significantly less 20% is a low estimate. Over 80% of adoption would equal 64,000 metric tons of silver. The use of silver in the anode is not just for the conductivity, but also for stability and efficiency, helping to achieve the battery's performance benchmarks. Samsung's research published in scientific journals highlights that AG-C layer allows for thinner anode, higher energy density, and a more compact battery design. Silver is an essential material, obviously, as we've now demonstrated with 1 kilo per battery for EVs, for this innovation, playing a crucial role in its technological advancements and market implications. Now, they also make the mobile phones, the Galaxy. Will they use it in their mobile phones? That's an even greater impact. I don't know if it could be scaled in that way. I'm not sure. But that's something to think about what could be next with regards to what could be happening here. So this is a fascinating story indeed. It'll be very interesting to see how this plays out. But I think this could be a game changer for silver. No question about that. And if this technology is, as they say, and it is released, and I like to stay ahead on the news like this, so just in case it does happen quickly, and then they move the downturn in the markets that we're seeing, especially in days like today, where it has fallen, well, that's an opportunity to buy. That's how I look at it. And that means that I'm going to keep my silver just in case the demand was to go through. You never know. I've never don't like to get my hopes up with stories like this. That's one thing for sure. You never know. There could be a hiccup that comes down the pike that prevents it. Maybe it's a manufacturing issue, whatever, that delays it. But so far, it sounds like it's going to be released ahead of schedule. That's next year, folks. Think about it. Even if it's the end of next year, that's not that far away. And so, therefore, I'm kind of holding on to see what happens with the silver market during that time. Stories like this, and especially silver as a commodity, mean that it can move dramatically if there's a lot of demand for it. Silver still is a precious metal. It still is rare compared to many of the other base metals that are out there, which means it's in a unique position as being the most diverse metal in the periodic table, and undervalued, many people feel, for a myriad of different reasons. And I think this is one of those situations that, if played out, this will send silver's price moving north of $50 easy. But nonetheless, we'll see how it plays out. Let me know what your thoughts are down in the comment section below. Hope you found this video informative, insightful, and educational. Would like to extend a multitude of gratitude to each and every one of you for taking the time to watch, and encourage you to please rate, share, comment, and subscribe.